Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please turn on the notification bell. That way, every time I upload a video, you'll be the first one to see it. Let's get into it. What we're going to talk about, we talk about celebrity news, celebrity gossip, what's going on IG and Google, fair use, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged in our opinion and for entertainment purposes only. And don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. And thank you for your love and support. So don't forget to like, to comment, and also subscribe. And also turn on the notification bell. Let's listen in on what Jermaine Dupri had to say about the group, what's been said, what's been going on. Let's get into it. And then I'm going to play a clip in regards to the group speaking on the Breakfast Club about 4 years ago. And I'll let it play out. So let's listen in on what Jermaine Dupri had to say about the ladies and everything that's going on.
Here the other day, and then we had Latocha here as well. I know you know all the drama that's been going on with them from their show, Queens of R&B. They've been going back and forth about a lot of stuff. One thing, they brought your name up. It was saying that you were responsible for not releasing Latocha's albums. They said, well, why don't you ask JD about it? Did she ever ask you about that?
No.
What are your thoughts on
They
that?
don't ask me that. They know what ask me.
What would have been your answer?
Because Tasha blamed Kandi for it, and you know, it was saying you and Kandi dating at the time, and she was like, I ain't gonna stop your music from coming out. Talk to JD about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about this because I saw it, and I was like, I don't actually remember. Really, I don't.
But you wouldn't have given Kandi that kind of power to stop somebody, another artist on your label's record, right?
You said what now?
You wouldn't have allowed Kandi to stop.
That's
what I'm saying. So that was the allegation.
No, nobody can. No, it don't have nothing to do with it. I don't. Like I said, I don't actually remember what actually happened. In the process of Tasha's project. But I do know that it was moving forward. When I did Bounce With Me, Tasha, that's actually Tasha singing by herself on that song. And so me and Tasha was in the studio at that time. I don't remember. I don't remember what was actually happening. There was a lot going on at the time. Cause like I think if you know it, and it's so crazy because Nelly was in the studio with me last night. He was talking about these egos, and he's like JD, that's your job. That's what you do. You deal with all the egos. You know how to do it very well. Because if you remember, like when I did So Def 20th anniversary. It was only 2 girls that came on stage and performed as Xscape at the 20th. Right? So it's and at that time it was Tasha and her sister. And Tamika and Kandi didn't show up. So it's like, I don't pay no attention to this either. It's okay. It is what y'all, you know. I love it. I actually like it more or less than anything. I know everybody probably like, this guy's wild. But the fact that you guys are talking to these girls in 2023, and I signed them in 92, and they are like at the top of the conversation on every blog, on TV, radio. That's a real. I feel like something. That says something about the talent that they are, that people really still care about them. You know what I mean? Enough to for you to even be asking me about them. It's like, that's the first group I ever signed, and for them to still be, you know, they probably more popular now than they were when, you know what I mean, when I first signed them. So I feel like we in that world where if you know, Kandi's been a housewife since the duration, right? Since it first started, right? So she's basically part of that world, and they have basically gone into that world. So I think it's almost like what you was just saying, Tigger, about like me going into different, you know, sectors of life. I feel like they have evolved
Right.
from this early '90s girl group to, you know, a talked about girl group in the 2000s, and then they're continuing to keep it going. So I feel like hopefully they all understand we only get one life, right? We only get one life. So all of this excitement, turn it into something, put an album out.
So that was his opinion.
We just had Xscape in here the other day. We just had Xscape
on the girls in regards to what was transpiring recently. That's a recent interview. So let's listen in on a little bit from 4 years ago.
From last year to the top of the year, and then I had to do Broadway, and they did some more shows. Now I'm taping Housewives, but at the end of taping, I go straight on tour with them.
I love seeing y'all all together because I didn't know if it was going to really ever happen. Right. You know, it was always in talks. There was all these things going on internally with people not getting along, but you guys finally worked it out. So let's talk about that because I know that's difficult.
It's a part of maturing. I think it's a part of maturing because, you know, when you're younger, you're childish. Sometimes you're self-centered. Things happen. But when you grow up and life changes, then you think about what's important.
Who was the hardest to come around and be like, come on now? Who was the hardest to talk to?
Me.
And you?
You can. Everybody knows it's me. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm one of those type of people. Once I get enough and, you know, I'm feeling a certain kind of way about something, I'm just like, okay, I'm good. Like, I'm done.
So you wanted a public apology? Or admission of...
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was a lot that had happened, and I felt like it kind of stayed with me, you know what I mean? And I just felt like it needed to be cleared up. But at the same time, it ended up not even mattering because nobody cared about that as much as they cared about us getting back together.
Y'all trust each other now, though?
Trust each other as far as what?
Oh, that means in general. Exactly. That's not a difficult question.
So, of course, everyone's feeling like, you know, she was kind of controlling the interview, stating that she was out of town and she flew in to do the interview because she wants to allegedly control the narrative. Period. Let's listen in some more.
What happened in like the rehearsals created the idea. We just discussed what songs you were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna end the show with, you know, with a bang, and it's gonna be like everybody bang at the end, as opposed to being like, you know, because everybody got fans, and everybody fans feel like each one of these songs is different. So.
Well, this is what I was saying.
Okay, Kandi.
When we sat down with him, and because I don't think he really explaining it, like the way he explained it to us, like it's gonna be back-to-back #1 smashes from the top, and then we're gonna end with back-to-back #1 smashes. So, like, the whole thing, everybody's going to feel like they could sing along through the whole concert. It's going to feel familiar. You're going to feel like every hit from your childhood, from your adulthood, what made you have a baby, get married, whatever it was about our hits is going to be back-to-back. So, meaning, like, for instance, it may be Jagged Edge come out with a smash that you love, and then we come right on stage and come with another smash that you love right after them.
Black people be late, so nobody got set.
Oh, God. Nobody's going to be able to be late.
The whole history.
I don't know. I mean, now it's probably my boo.
Oh, because of the challenge.
Yeah, because of the challenge. I mean, if you go on the streams, I don't know. It depends on what time of the period you was talking about. You know.
That would be Chris Cross.
My Chris Cross wasn't on.
I was thinking, let's get married. I figured that right. Now, Kandi, what made you want to be a part of this tour? Because you don't be having time for Xscape like that.
Well, actually, everything went really great with our tour that we had, with the Great Xscape Tour. And, you know, we had discussed doing another tour. This came across the table, and, you know, we just...
She's trying to get that shmoney.
That's right.
She ain't turned it down. She like that shmoney.
It's a good check. I mean, come on, we all business people here.
Do you guys feel like y'all are closer now than you were before, now that you've gone through, like, whatever separations you had, grown up, like you said, got more mature, have families?
For sure. Now we have a problem with one another. We'll say, listen, I ain't like that, or want to change this with a wardrobe or whatever. So, yeah, I think it's a lot better.
It's easier for everybody to walk away.
Nobody's riding.
Because y'all grown, y'all got money, y'all got to put up with
Y'all have our own buses.
Now, listen, y'all all got your own buses?
Yes.
See, they ain't fucking with each other. Y'all
Everybody has a family. No. We have families. All of us have families.
Says the guy with a whole car line in front of his
That
house.
bus is expensive to go on tour.
We have a lot of people.
I got 7 kids.
Yeah, that's a whole bus right there.
Everybody's just a lot. No, but I'm just saying, they come, some of them come, a group of them.
nice little entourage too.
Yeah.
Our glam wardrobe.
That's a lot of tour buses.
Yeah, we employing a lot of people.
How
So
do everybody's families interact with each other too? Now that with the kids, the husbands, and
So that's what transpired 4 years ago. In regards to the group talking, sitting down with Jermaine, like I mentioned, this was them on the Breakfast Club. The other interview was with a local radio station in Atlanta. The first clip. Well wishes. It's interesting how Xscape has gone through so much. They broke up, they got back together to tour, to do verses, and then everybody's been kind of saying, okay, Jermaine Dupri set Kandi up for lead because the first song did extremely well.